left off in this one particular room where y'all stripped naked a cleric priest, tied him to the bed, and
We've been putting a lot of emphasis on this, like specific part of the.
I like to argue.
It's true. It's true.
I didn't deny.
I'd like to argue that we
I kind
managed
of
not to
forgot
set
what
a fire
happened.
in a confined space and smoke all of us out. I like to say that we did avoid that fate. Setting fire to basements, not a good idea.
To be clear, they were patting him down, checking him for any traps, and didn't have any. Yeah. So decided to tie him down and board up the room, and everybody took a long rest safely inside with this prisoner who was like the lead cleric of the presumably cultist that were left over in the abbey. So everybody just finished their long rest. So if you haven't adjusted your character sheets, please do so accordingly.
You said we leveled up and just took a long rest. Is that what you said?
You might be thinking of another campaign or something.
Oh yeah, I think I was actually. Yes, I think I was. Now, so are we like in? Are we in? Have we zoomed into the scene here?
Yes.
All right. Well, actually, I guess by this I'm all alone in here, but
I mean, everybody would have been in that same room.
Okay, that's where we took it at.
Yeah,
right?
But
right,
y'all.
So I'm going to kind of turn to the group and be like, do we? Well, actually, just even out of game, do we think that these people turned like they were the original, like actual inhabitants of the abbey, and like during whatever happened that maybe they turned and decided that was the life for them? Or do we think this is in fact the raiders that were maybe left in place to hold down the place until reinforcements arrive? I kind of think so too. Oh yeah, good. I have a tendency to believe that too. The only thing, like, I literally just kind of, the one thing that sticks out in my mind is I remember rolling a 17 insider check. I guess that wasn't good enough to read the situation here, because the read I got back was like everything was sort of legit. So I guess I was fooled. I guess they were very deceptive.
If only there was a charisma character that could ask questions and get answers.
Man, yeah, that's crazy, right?
If only there was one.
How we put a group together without that.
Yeah. I mean, if you had perfect party makeups, I mean, what would be the fun of that without some short givings and stuff like that, right?
I'm just here to get whacked.
Wild card.
Aren't we all?
So
whacked off, yeah.
No, whacked on, because you're hitting me. That's what the point of me is.
Well, you gotta get whacked on.
Yeah, they come up and whack me. And it was like, bam. I'm like, ah.
Are you into snowballing too?
Kind of getting off subject here, but
you keep using that word. I'm not sure you know what you mean.
So, all right. So let's start from the beginning here. Y'all finish y'all long rest. Did anybody had any late night questions for Ozymandias, or everybody just like left him cold and shivering on the bed naked? And
Ozzy, where do you think we go when we die? Just fucking come up next to the
You're the problem player.
You're gonna tell us.
Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. What
My
you said.
uncle is left in a dungeon somewhere on the other side of the country. They couldn't get his body back. They're just too dense. Too dense.
Mm.
I don't know. I died in the water, so I suppose that's somewhere you could die as well.
Mm,
But fire's probably better.
mm.
Oh, me? Oh, yeah.
She really glazed over that really easy. Like wasn't even a speed bump.
Yeah, well, I was
Very matter of factly speaking.
I don't know. I was in the water and I
And
was with
appeared
my
to be
family
literal.
1 minute and I was with my family on our boat 1 minute and then I was in the water the next and my goddess talked to me and I was on land. I don't really know. This is what
Seems
happens.
legit.
Anyways, what are we?
Hides.
Like
Hides
the
are
wet
nuts.
all the time. Oh, I just got that.
But she's a ghost.
Oh
A wet ghost.
my god. I just kept thinking she was taking showers all the time. I was very confused. I was like,
Ed leans over and explains what a shower is to Orville.
Mm,
I used to just roll around in the dust.
mhm.
I saw a sparrow do it once, and that's how I've been doing it for 300 years. Just as efficient.
Yeah, it is. It is. I look at Fang.
Yeah, at some point in the night, Ozymandias would have been like, it's quite cold here on
Mm.
bed.
I'm just painting his toenails.
With what?
His friend's blood.
You
Mm.
gonna tell us what you know?
If not, I'm gonna make this
Do it.
toenail real pretty.
I'm not going to make this public.
What tunnel are you speaking of?
Tomato Head told us.
Why not?
Awkward.
I think he found out that he needs to take showers too, and he's doing that right now.
He has pursued alternative means of employment.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
And he's still shaking, shivering, as you maybe if you give me a blanket or something, I'll give you some information.
I'm gonna get the guy a blanket. Fuck it. Ed walks out of the room and goes get a blanket from one of the from the room with all the beds in it.
Soaked in blood.
This is
Stop it.
this is singed. This is covered in blood. Hair. Oh no, not that one.
Yeah, you act like the napkin we put over your genitals is not enough. I wish I had a napkin to put over myself as a child.
That's when Ed walks back in the room with a blanket and goes.
Boiled is what you are.
You're in fucking rare form right now.
It took me
You
drinking.
see this? This is 20 thread count.
20. That's it.
I don't know how the thread counting was in the D&D world, so I don't know.
Wait, I know. I can figure it out. 1, 2, 3.
Ed looks at Fang.
Reading.
Mm-hmm.
Not good at reading, but math's nothing to me.
I've conquered the math.
Got the math.
The math is done.
So if you do bring him some warmth, he is going to be like, I have no idea of hidden treasures. I just
Just work here.
the only treasure I know of is this gold medallion that was given to me when I was promoted to the highest of clerics of the abbey.
Ed slowly yanks the blanket away.
Mm.
Very slowly. Sir. You guys got to have drip. There's just a little bit of drip. That's all you need.
I can't.
Well, they did take. I mean, Orville did take everything off. So I mean,
I'm wearing his clothes.
yeah.
Over.
Awfully warm over here.
He wasn't pointing to the medallion he was wearing, but that was his only his treasure that he knows of. He's like, I know of no hidden treasure here. Nobody told me anything. All I know is that the there is some in the other room. Well, I can't really point to it right now because I'm kind of tied up naked. But he's just going to be like, the room over there has like an altar. They do have like some
Ed pulls out the book and goes, "This?"
Mm.
No.
There's more
like,
shit.
He's trying to point into the other room, which is basically in the area. Let me zoom out a little bit. He's pointing and get my laser here. He's shaking his head down, at least this way.
Past tomato room.
Yeah.
The tomato room.
Dancing like he's using thaumaturgy. Get him.
Yeah. So
Fang, maybe you should have a look around. You're pretty good at finding things. Maybe he doesn't seem to be much help. Maybe you should look.
Ed, we'll go with Fang. Red in here, bud. In here. 20 years later, Ed's mad.
Oh no.
Mad as a hatter.
Mad Hatter. Mhm.
Is that a big ass chest?
It is not a big ass chest, but I will tell you what's in there. So you and Fang go in there. So as you look a little closely into the map, you can kind of see like some darkness around the north, the west, and the southern wall there. So there are 3 walls that are heavily curtained with draperies of thick black velvet. And the east wall, right behind Fang, there's going to be the wall is decorated with a horrible mural of depicting a red dragon devouring sheep. Near the west wall is a stone table that you can see on the map, which has a large iron brazier, which is burning. And almost like incense, like, so, and you can see from where you're at, it's not too far away. You can see like discolorations and scorch marks on top of the table, and a half melted statue and two badly damaged candlesticks besides the brazier. So, a brazier is what, like a little urn where you put things in to burn and
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
It's a burning bowl.
Yeah, it's a burning bowl.
A big old burning bowl.
Something you imagine like a little cauldron with like charcoal in it that burns.
So
Maybe a little cap on top of
It's a fire pit.
and
It's a
it's,
smaller
it.
version
I mean,
of
it can
fire
be
pit.
small or big. I mean, some are depicted small, some bigger.
so it kind of seems resemblance of like a meditation slash meditation slash no, I don't want to say is too harsh, like sacrifice, but like an offering table,
Yeah.
if you will. Not necessarily sacrifice, that's too extreme. So Fang and Ed, what's you guys' passive perception?
You say
Oh.
when you say horrible
Ooh.
painting, you mean like
Ooh.
mhm.
14.
Okay. So both of y'all are going to notice kind of like in this area, well, more Fang's going to see it first, of course, because he's closer, but kind of like over here, you're going to see some abrasions on the stone floor. I can look for him to see if he's in there. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Nothing of that sort happens. And like I said, these are like thick curtains made of black velvet, thick black velvet. Do you know what Corbo's passive perception is, or I don't know if he would have one, or you could just roll. Okay, and you see through them, right? Okay. But not visually, right? Okay. Okay. So nothing gets relayed back. Seeing anything, or I mean, not seeing anything, but telepathically.
Well, I think at this point Higgs was going to come into the room here and be like, "What do you see?"
How do you know they see something?
I'm asking them. All right, okay, and I just kind of stroll over here. Would you like to know my passive perception?
17.
That is correct.
So you will also notice the abrasions on the floor, kind of like in front of the where's my pointer again? Kind of like right in front of there.
I see abrasions on the floor over here.
As Corvo is just like behind
yeah,
the
we kind of see eye to eye
curtain.
on this one. Yeah.
As you notice the abrasions in front of the curtain on the floor, what do you do, Higgs?
Checking for seams and seeing if maybe there's something more than meets the eye right here.
Seams in the curtain?
Oh, is that? Oh, I thought I was referring more to where the abrasions on the floor were. But is
So
that-
yeah,
a
so
trapdoor.
so like there's abrasions on the stone floor, and
Mhm.
then you got like a really thick velvet curtain, hanging like a
okay,
like a
yeah.
curtain would.
All right, so I'll sweep it to the side, I suppose.
Okay. So I guess basically what I'm asking, are you trying to look to see if there's an opening in the curtain, or are you just grabbing underneath the curtain and trying to, like, you're looking up a skirt or something? Or
Well, I mean, it doesn't slide to the side. I mean, I can't just like. How's it fixed to the?
well, that's what yeah, just asking how you were going about looking, but
I was just gonna
no,
grab the
you-
curtain and kind of pull it to the side.
Okay. Yeah. So it doesn't like move left to right. So it's kind of like one big solid piece that hangs and real kind of thick. So
All right, so being frustrated, he pulled out sword and just cut it in half.
all right. So as you do that, you kind of freak out Corvo, and I'm sure Corvo's gonna well, I don't think Corvo was on the other side, right? He was just trying to find his way, see what he can see, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay. As you do that, Higgs, you will notice that there is a hidden door behind the curtain.
We got hidden door back. Oh, wait, wrong voice. We got the hidden door back here. And then I cast light on my shield. I pull out my shield and cast light on it. And have at it, my friend.
Okay. Yes, please.
Nice.
Um, uh, there there is no traps, and you can clearly see it's just kind of like a you push and it would I guess kind of like swing like a swivel, where kind of like that is what made the abrasions in the floor. Um, and what do you do at that point when you figure out that it's not trapped and it can move and it's okay?
You said trapdoor, didn't you?
I'm sorry, hidden door.
What?
I'm pretty sure you said hidden door.
Oh, hidden door. That's what. Sorry, that's what I meant. Hidden door. You did say that out loud, didn't you? I'll just, if I'm standing like closer outside the door, I'll just be like, Nessa, Orville, I think we should get going. You know how sometimes they like to jump ahead. We should probably head this way. I think they found something.
What should we do with the naked cleric?
Check the knots. Make sure they're tight.
He looks really cold, and his toenails aren't finished being painted. So I really don't know what to do with him.
My pop got a little coagulated before I could finish.
Leave the
real quick.
toenails. It gives
They're
us a
like-
reason to come back.
They're like, wait, what? You're leaving me? What? It's, Jesus.
Just trying to be as specific as I can.
Circus
right.
life, man.
All right, little cleric man, here you go. She's gonna take a little bit of her rations and just like stick it in his mouth, and then pat his head and be like, I don't know if we'll be back or not, but
He's gonna choke.
no, he'll be fine. I'll lay him down so he's right next to it, and I'll put it right by his mouth. There you go, nice and comfy on the bones. All right, well, we'll see you later. Probably, maybe not. I don't know, but I'm
Don't
sure people will
leave
be
me.
As
But-
you leave, you hear crying.
back.
Question for the DM: is it actually cold in here?
It is underground.
Okay, like 50 degrees. He'll keep
Yeah.
like wine. Let's fucking put something on him, I guess.
He's got a blanket. I
Yeah.
got him a blanket.
You took it off of him.
No, I said I was slowly removing it as he told us no information, but I never said I finished taking it off.
Mm-mm.
Because I
So,
don't want
like,
to see the guy's
just
junk.
to-
I don't want to see the guy's junk. The guy's got a blanket on.
She'll like cover the rest of him, and then just make sure like she's like, all right, bye, bye. It was nice meeting you. And
Don't-
just-
Don't leave me. Don't take me back to the mainland.
Maybe.
I'm gonna-
Mhm, mhm.
real quick, we want to open this door over here by the stairs. Nobody's even looked in here.
Oh, there.
I knock on the door.
That door right there.
Yeah, that door.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
door there.
You knock on the door.
It's the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, really.
Don't look at it.
There is no response as you knock on the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I will walk away right now.
That crack. That cracks.
Let's check to see if it's locked. But if it's not locked, I'm gonna open it.
It is unlocked.
All right.
Aw.
A pile of bodies. A pile
Yeah.
of bodies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So as you open that door, empty weapon racks and several empty bins and shelves line the walls of this room. On the floor is a bedroll of 3 blankets next to a pair of shiny leather boots.
Ooh. Can I inspect those boots?
You certainly may.
Goofing?
Maybe.
Oh no.
Just give me your perception while you're in the room. If you're just searching through the whole room there.
That's a 9.
Big boy.
Mhm.
That's a plus with a +5 to perception. I got.
Yeah,
That's a
Ranger,
wisdom
huh?
character, baby.
Well, you do see the boots, but yeah, that is all you're going to find unless anybody else goes in there to help you search the room
You do
thoroughly.
not see the pouch of 10,000 gold sitting right there on the counter.
Mhm.
All right. Well, as I am not wearing any special boots in particular, and I'm sure they are all messed up, I'm going to put on these new shiny boots.
And they're cursed.
They're a size too small forever.
Never.
Like, my legs dropped in the
Okay.
air.
You put on the boots. Nothing happens. They do look different than normal boots. Let me see if I can get a picture of them. But those were like kind of next to. You actually found those next to the bed. If you want to move your character, but that's kind of like where you found them. But that is all you're going to find with your really crappy roll.
That's fine. New boots. Yeah.
But I don't know if you would have said something like, "Hey, Nessa, I just found some cool boots in here. You want to see what
I
you help me
would have been
find?"
more like.
It's like, I see they're
No, that
obviously
is-
cursed. So you put them on.
They say cursed on the bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah, did you read the box?
they have the skull and crossbones logo on them.
Do not put on curse. Only give to enemies.
Mhm.
Where did you find those fancy new boots?
In that
Only-
room of all these first.
Oh,
They were my
Um,
size.
They do have a picture.
For now.
They do have a picture of them.
Everyone in the forgotten.
Nessa is gonna she's curious since he got new boots, so she's just
Yeah,
gonna
well, before you say what you did, what you're gonna do, let me show you the picture of these sweet boots.
Why am I feeling so awful?
They're gonna be right next, and Orville is wearing them right now. So
I can't wait for it to be something awful.
I know.
That's what I want so bad. Oh, they're cute. They're cute.
Wait, I didn't see it.
You gotta zoom in so far.
next to his character.
Oh.
Cute.
Oh,
Oh.
my Birkenstocks.
You got your Birks.
Birks with socks. Birkenstocks.
They kind of look. They kind of look like
They're for the mascot for McDowell's.
the deep sea divers in World War II. You know, with the helmets and the weighted boots.
Yeah.
Let me
They
step.
look like-
Like what was that movie with Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it was,
yeah. Men
Oh,
of
yeah.
Men of Valor.
Men of
Was that
Honor.
it? Or Men of Honor.
Men of
There
Honor.
you go.
Men of Honor, yeah.
Yep.
Great movie.
Old boots on this cleric, actually.
So you got those boots on. I don't know if you put your other ones in your backpack or whatnot, but nothing happens to you when you put those on.
I put them on the cleric, my old boots.
Give him his boots.
He's naked, just has boots on.
This is
You got
Midnight
boots on.
Cowboy.
Wait, you
these are
put,
these are boots of sterility. Now you cannot.
Yeah. so wait, you
No
just-
more offspring.
You took them off and then put them on the naked guy.
No. I put my
You
old
are.
on the naked cleric.
Oh, yeah, that'll keep them warm. Okay.
I'm not a bad guy.
You can just give him his regular boots back. You hear Ed yell from another room. For some reason, he knows.
No.
Okay. He's got. That's very kind of you, but yours are too small. Yeah. yeah.
Orv was asleep. The boots are just walking around. He's just,
Are your boots supposed to be slimy? What the?
That's a feat.
Does your boots have mouths? What's going on?
Oh my
I
god.
put on little boot puppet shows at night to keep myself entertained. Been so lonely.
Alrighty. What say you, Nessa, as you peered into that room there?
She's like, I want new boots. So she's gonna go in there and just like a peek around and see what else is there, if there's anything of note.
Give me a perception, please.
Oh my god, dude! I got a +5 to that too. You see that?
I
Too?
see it. It's the end of the
I got an 8.
Got an 8. You don't find anything, but you got this strange gut feeling that there's like something really. It's got to be something cool in here, and then you almost got like a maybe like a picture of Tomato Head, like when he was in college or something on the table. That was Bailey's room.
so much drugs. There's so many drugs in this cabinet.
She's just gonna take a look around and see that picture, and she's like, "That's really strange." Oh well, and then leave because she doesn't know that shit's in there. So,
Yeah.
um,
But you do have a tingling feeling. Maybe y'all can check out, put a little note, or you can throw a post. Hey, that'll be a perfect time for somebody to actually use that post-it note and say, check this room on the way out on Owlbear.
yes.
Bree was on that so fast.
Mhm.
And just put hashtag DM bone.
If metagaming is your thing here, the killer boots, man.
Yeah.
Pull over. No, it's a cardigan. Thanks for noticing.
All right.
Done a little sipping on Grandpa's old cough medicine.
Yeah.
Give it here.
Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. All right. All right. So you got some cool boots that didn't do anything when you put them on. So
oh, they did some. You just
upped his cool factor.
The little
By a
tingling.
lot.
Oh, wow.
Or took it down a notch. I don't know.
They made Orville twice as big because now he takes up 4 squares.
Yeah.
That's true. He's got
Oh, the
some,
I just need Lucas.
he's got some clown shoes.
So dry.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
All right, so you know you got a hidden door. Things right there. What do y'all do at this point? Is there a game plan, or somebody's just it's not trapped? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm lighting it up too. Like I said, I would light on my
Boots and
shield.
pants and
and
boots
lighten
and
it up.
pants and boots and pants.
Boots and pants and boots and pants. All right. So door's gonna swing open. And I'm just gonna open up what you can see as you open it up. And let me give you the description. Don't move anywhere.
All right.
So oh yes,
Oh, boy.
almost like a scratching. I mean, you've got a hidden door scratching on the stone floor. So and it had to make some sound because that's why you got the abrasions on the ground there. So butter the yeah, butter up the floor there, buddy.
Hmm.
So door opens, a short tunnel kind of widens into an unfurnished and undecorated chamber up ahead. You can't like get a full depth of it because you haven't walked into it, but you can see at least Fang at this moment as it opens up. These standing next to one another in the center of the room are two enormous skeletal guardians. Their heads feature prominent horns, and each wields a massive rusted axe.
I did almost check for undead, but
I would think they would look familiar. What's your give me a nature check.
well, that is intelligence. That can't be that bad.
Nice.
Beautiful.
You can tell that they resemble minotaurs, but these are skeletons. But there is something behind it, kind of a little spooky little individual back there. You have no idea what the hell that is. You may know player wise, but
I don't know what it is.
No.
yeah, so you see that, and you just kind of like hear some grunting as they both of them just kind of like slowly turn towards you as that door squeaked open, and they're going to look your way. I'll let you kind of like say something to the group, and then I'll make sure the encounter's up, and we'll roll initiative. Okay. Sounds good. Roll initiative.
Alright.
Hot digital dice. Hot digital dice.
19.
Oh,
Only nat 20 you'll roll on.
Yep.
damn, Nessa. Holy crap.
Gonna put not.
What you get, Indra?
It's rolling. Real slow.
You've always got some slow rolls
I
on Beyond.
I know. It's
And
like
you're the only one too.
no, I don't know
My
why.
dice start rolling, just plop, and then they're done.
Does anybody have any? Yeah. Every side's weighted. Does anybody have any additives to their initiative roll there?
No, I am gonna, however, summon Aquafina.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Oh, thank God.
Good,
Thank
we're
God.
fine.
All right. Now,
We'll summon her as a fire drake this particular time.
Oh my god, is she still Aqua? Or
Yeah.
does her name change?
No, it's Doc.
Yeah.
you know,
She's Firefly now.
It's just the flames are blue.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
That's all.
hard drink.
Yes, I'm ready.
Blue
Amazing.
flames are hotter than red flames anyway. So.
I'm gonna use this one. Oh, he's so cute.
Where we at?
Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna do a little screenshot of her.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's right. I swear that was SNL.
Yeah.
Then there was one on SNL that had the same type of preference. This was the same. Cause I'm not. Okay, maybe it was. Okay, maybe it was. But there was one on SNL that did that too, though.
Copy.
I don't know what it was.
We're gonna spell it that way.
Fang, you will notice that that room that's those creatures are in, or at least a 30-foot room, at least lengthwise from what you can tell, and presumably 30-foot wide as well. So a 30-foot square, maybe. As you're starting to calculate your I'm sure Fang would be like all right, opponents, and starts doing figures in his math. He's writing out, formulas and crap.
It's like on The Hangover when the numbers are going in front, doing the
Mhm,
calculations and stuff.
mhm.
Was that The
So-
Hangover?
As he's
Yeah.
looking at the cards.
Was Zach Galifianakis?
Yeah, where it's all the
Hangover,
equations are going in front of. Yeah.
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
too,
Okay, so Fang, you are first, but initiative wise, it's going to be Nessa, Orville, that thing behind the Minotaurs, Higgs, the 2 Minotaurs, Indra, Fang, and Ed. So Fang did, say a few words. So this is kind of like the furthest back in the room, and you would have heard. I'll let you repeat what you said, Matt.
So these things were just in there. Well, these other people were just out here wandering around and shit.
While we slept?
This is odd. Yeah.
They didn't get hungry. What?
Yeah.
Well, there could be a story behind it.
Right. I know. Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at too. Yeah.
Maybe we should talk to them.
I'm trying to Mr. Magoo my way into figuring out the plot. here.
Wait a minute, DM. You had a chance to go through the door, and you didn't kill us while we were sleeping. Oh, you
Mr.
stupid! All right. What do you think, Nessa?
These squares are 5 feet.
Yeah.
You said. Okay, cool. I am going to.
I'm just gonna go wait with Ozzy. Y'all tell me when y'all done. I'll come back. in.
They'll keep them warm.
Not quite. Not quite. Okay.
Start a fire.
I know.
Little
Um,
friction burns.
All right, I'm to spend a key point to
Step of
use
the wind.
use my step of the wind and do a dash action. Why damn it?
Nothing. I'm just kidding.
Why?
No reason.
All right. I think this is 50 was here.
To go forward or backwards?
Oh, I'm going
She's like, bye.
yeah, I'm gonna go right up.
Wow. I'm
Right.
Every time she
impressed.
does it, I just always think of that Kung Fu Hustle scene while the chase scene while they're like
Yeah, the
she runs into the stein and shit.
I'm just gonna give yourself inspiration for just that move.
I've got an inspirational campaign. Jesus Christ.
All right, cool.
Yeah, she's not even close to using all hers.
I just needed like 10 more feet, but that's fine. And then she's going to
That's what she said.
then she's going to quarter
Wait, if
step.
that's what she said.
What is she, giant?
Hit.
Yeah, who is she?
Yeah. Where are we at? 13,
and
you said?
Yeah, I'm trying to punch the one on the right. The
Let me just put
blue
your right or their right or my right. Hold on.
Unless
I'm gonna mark.
This-
Corvo's right.
There's a A and a B.
Age right.
yes,
That's A. Yeah, all right, that's A.
on A.
Yeah. Okay, that does hit.
Sweet. Good to know. 5 damage.
What type?
Bludgeoning.
He appears to be vulnerable.
Hell yes. Talking about.
10.
Good. And then I get another, yes, I get another hit. So unarmed strike them. Oh no, does an 11 hit?
11 just misses.
No. Okay. That is fine. And since I took my bonus action, I cannot take another one, but I can back. Oh yeah, I can back up. So I'm gonna do that. That was, yeah, I'm gonna back up just to about here. And
Just here.
Yeah, alarm bell's going. Yeah, siren's going off.
he just
Siren.
will never stop. He never stops. So I apologize. And that'll be my turn. Come here. Stop doing that.
Axel's king of the castle. He has to let the world know.
He has to.
King of my
Okay.
finance gets to destroy all my plants.
Orville.
Okay, so Orville is gonna he's gonna run over here in his new boots. Does he feel anything running these boots?
Sense of accomplishment.
You know,
Pretty good.
like when you just buy some new shoes from Kmart and you just like wear them out the store that you're so proud of, and
And they still hurt because they're all
You just-
stiff. And
you-
stuff.
you leave your stank. You actually, leave your stank shoes in the box and put it back on the shelf at Kmart, and then
Oh, so you're stealing the shoes.
Or
In this
will they just
scenario,
steal
you're
these shoes?
So,
Just
it's
steal
just
them.
like so
oh.
proud, like going to the counter to check out, and then be like, I want to buy these. Tag still on,
Yeah, my funky shoes in the back there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna run over there. I am going to I'm gonna cast Hail of Thorns. Bink.
And
And
I'm
second
gonna
level.
I'm gonna open up a little bit more for since Nessa's right there, just to be fair.
I hope there's more.
I was
This-
just thinking that. I was like, oh God. Okay. Whew.
More what?
More of those.
Oh,
Skeleton.
No.
you want more?
I do. This is
All right.
challenging enough.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
The others were in the back taking a smoke break. They'll be back in a minute. It's fine.
Yeah.
There's only 25 more.
Yeah.
Wonder how that shy cleric is doing. He puts a cigarette out.
Orcus is sitting over in the corner.
Mhm.
They're like, oops, back out, back out. Better use that monk speed to get the fuck out of there.
All right. Go ahead there, Orville. You're
Okay,
still you're feeling pretty good. You got some new kicks on.
really good arch support. Or shit,
Yeah.
archer support, because I said, I cast
Reebok pumps.
It's so bad.
I like that he paused to hear people laugh before he finished the sentence.
He's like, here's the windup.
I need this attention. I was over the name of the spell I just got. So I'd cast Hail of Thorns at the second level. And I am going to fire my longbow at A.
Okay.
Get there.
Pew pew.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
This is longbow on like 3 pages.
You good. There you go. Yeah, right there.
Ooh, okay. 17 to hit.
Mhm.
All right. So that's heading right for A. Son of a bitch. All right. Well, that is 6 piercing damage to A plus 2 A and anything within 5 feet of A. So at least B. We're also gonna get. Come on now. Everything off my screen.
Come on now.
Come on,
2
man.
D10s of goddamn 10.
What?
Yeah, an additional. No, I didn't mean to cast it twice. An additional D10 of or additional 10 points of
Thorny damage.
yeah, thorny damage.
Are you thorny, baby?
Oh, it's got to make a dexterity. They both have to make a dex save of 13
In order to take the damage, or
in order to miss.
in order to miss.
It takes yeah, failed save is D10, half as much on a successful one. So
19 and a 12.
okay, so the one that got the 12 takes an additional 10 piercing damage, and the one that got the 19 takes 5 piercing damage.
It's a good spell.
Okay. Plus the 6 on the first one.
Yes, the 6 on the one that was targeted.
Now, are they like constrained or is it
They are not,
Constrained.
unfortunately. It is not that good.
All right.
But you would think it is.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna.
And then 5. Okay.
Can you fire a longbow twice in?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. It doesn't
right.
have the loading property.
Second longbow bolt today.
Arrow.
Arrow. All right, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, get it right, man.
Sorry. Corner, I feel I'm ashamed.
You want us to take you serious, man. Get the fucking right.
I'm a piece of shit. I'm gonna leave. I can't believe I said that.
Bye.
That's
Is
next.
it a
Damn.
longbow dart? Is that what it is?
Too much drinking.
It's a longbow for pixies, so it's very small. So he uses
Mhm.
darts for it. Still a longbow, just for pixies.
Yeah.
It fires a 6-penny nail out of it. That's fine.
Orville got it from one of those DIY kits that you buy at like an Office Depot. It's like build a little paper, a toothpick crossbow. It's like, oh, it's perfect.
What else you had?
It was 6 additional damage to A.
6. Okay. Sorry. Too much chicanery going on here.
Witty banter.
Yes. It's like, all right, what were we talking about? Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Staying put. Where you at?
Input, knocking another arrow.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this little freaky looking hooded thing that looks like he's surprised is going to like creepily kind of go through the space of the 2 minotaurs and is going to just gaze at Nessa
Oh no, if this is a
You're so
wisdom.
beautiful. Yes. Hey, you're a monk. You should be able to do that.
Yeah, as you're gazing. And con save, please. DC 13.
Ah. Okay.
What is he looking at her for when I got these new boots?
Oh my god. Stupid. That's gonna be an 8.
Eight.
Oh no.
Probably not a
enough.
save. Huh?
That's enough.
Yes,
That's enough.
as he is withering gazing you
Okay.
up and down.
Oh
Ooh,
my god,
shit.
that'd be 4d10.
Ooh.
30 31 necrotic damage.
And-
Yikes.
Product damage, I can't heal 31 points, then I'm just permanently right until I take a
No.
long.
No,
No.
there's certain spells that make you not be able to regain those points that you lost because of that damage. But necrotic damage is just a damage type. It's just for resistance
Oh,
and
okay.
shit.
Gotcha. All right.
I know what I'm gonna do. My turn.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Okay. Cool.
That would make
Well-
the game so much more complex.
Yo, for real. All right. Well, that's
So the spells that do that though tend to be necrotic. That's why it's like
It is.
Hmm.
And so he did move 5, 10, 15
Like what's that?
feet.
Chill touch.
what the hell do it?
Let's have 30, so he's gonna move 15 back. Well, actually,
Don't run, you
Yeah.
pussy.
no.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is going to do that. Move
Ah.
back 15.
Damn it.
But he is also going to as a bonus action produce an aura of annihilation.
All right.
So as a bonus action, while active, the aura deals 5 necrotic damage to any creature that ends its turn within 30 feet of him.
Oh fuck. All right.
yeah.
And that's going to be
Mean.
his turn.
Here I go.
So let me just put.
And I didn't.
Mhm.
I was like this close to packing Aura Vitality
Um,
today, and that would have been so much better.
5,
I
10,
didn't.
We'll be
15,
all right.
20. So,
Yeah,
well, I didn't want to do that.
Doing that in
Hold
my
on one
spell
second.
slot today.
Like Brett never kills us. It's okay. Put that
He
away.
was just talking about how nice of a guy he was.
Look at this shiny
That's-
stuff. Shame to break it out of its package.
So yeah, that's about the 30-foot mark from where he's at. If he moves, then I'll move that red line. He just literally made a red line.
You cross it.
Now, if
Racist
it's like-
motherfucker.
Yeah, right. Now he could be like Bugs Bunny, you know. All right, how about this line? All right, this line. All right, Higgs, you're up. You heard some commotion in there. You know,
Well,
yeah.
he was looking over his shoulder too, because I was going to say before even though this started, I was going to try to slide him in front of Fang, but
Oh, so
but
you
yeah,
were
hit him
peeking
and
around the
looking.
corner.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he was lighting it up too, because remember I said I put light on my shield and was having that, so I was
Right.
right there trying to look, anyways. But all right, so he's gonna regardless, he's gonna move in.
Damn.
5, 10, 15, 20. Still fucking short, man.
Give yourself inspiration too.
Yeah. Um,
Meow.
all right, so he's gonna Higgs is gonna all right, he's gonna because I didn't draw my sword, so I just had my shield out. So I'm gonna draw a dagger and attempt to throw it. Oh well, okay, before I do that, I'm gonna use my bonus action to hex A.
Okay.
And then I'll tag it real quick. And then it's gonna be strength.
Okay.
And
Nice.
then after that, he's gonna draw a dagger and so don't I hope I
I'm
have-
gonna carve my initials in your ribs, bitch.
Wait a minute. I don't even have a fucking. I don't. All right. Well, let's do this.
You don't
then.
have a dagger?
No, because I remember I gave it away earlier, but I do have a spear. I'm gonna pull my spear and throw that
Okay.
at the one I hexed.
It's his everyday carry spear.
No, that I've
Yeah.
had. The spear was my original weapon. That was the first one I ever had.
I use this as my toothpick. What are you talking about?
Just looks like a vampire stick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Use
That's
open
not
coffee
gonna
cups.
do it. Well, never mind. That's irrelevant. Okay. 6 points. I mean, it's a 6 to hit. That's not gonna do it. Oh, fuck, and then I get 10 more feet of movement now because of I'm a swords bard. And anytime you take the attack action, you get 10 more feet of movement. So I'm gonna go like that. Well, that's it. That was an exciting turn.
It was almost like you see actually see that red line. All right.
Yeah.
So all right. Minotaurs here, they are up. Okay. They are going to let me read something real quick.
Axel, why? Why not be so loud and noisy?
Mhm.
A is going to move forward. I used the wrong pointer there. Hold on. And is going to attempt to. He's going to use his charge. And so he's going to charge, use his gore attack with these and see if he's able to hit first at Nessa.
Can't believe you.
I know, right?
Can't believe it.
17.
Yeah, that hurts me. I'm gonna die, guys.
Let's see what the damage is.
It might not be that bad on it. Oh my god.
15.
I just said,
Oh
Oh, Ron.
oh my god.
Mhm.
And because of the charge, you're taking an additional this.
I'm gonna go prone too, right? Is that one of those
7.
things?
Oh,
Additional 7?
Yeah.
you're
dead.
done.
Are
Yeah.
you up or down?
I'm down.
Okay. As you're going down, give me a DC 14
Ooh.
of strength save.
Well, if it's for prone, she just knocked prone anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going down.
You
Well,
failed.
Well,
She pushed.
I want to be
all right,
fair.
all right.
Dead body. Unconscious, not
You said
dead.
strength 8? Well, thank the fucking god.
Okay. You're just prone. You're not knocked back 10 feet.
Probably would have helped
It
her.
really
helped.
And that's I mean, I was trying to be fair.
Uh,
I was
Too
trying to be
far away.
fair. I was trying to be. She was strong enough to hold on, but she probably should have let go so she can go back. But she wouldn't have known that. Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But B is going to and A is going to stay put right there. They're going to try and blockade at this point. B is going to come forward and then just start like tapping it, his rusty ass battle axe, and is just going to take one big massive swing at Higgs. Trying to inflict some some slashing damage, as well as probably coax him into, or say, hey, you better get a tetanus shot after this. But all right, great axe coming. See if it's able to hit you there. Nope. 13. Right?
No, not even
Okay.
close.
Not even
Not even
close.
close.
Okay. It is going to stay put, and it's just kind of like, moaning and groaning because it doesn't really well, it
It's
can't
having a
speak.
good time, huh?
It can't speak a language, and it's going to
Yelling.
But she's like,
well, I mean, like not, yeah. So it's gonna stay put right there. Indra, you are up back of the pack. You kind of hear some things taking place in there, and I don't know
unnecessary shot there.
I don't I don't know if Nessa would have made a scream or a sound as she went down. What was that?
This girl's got gored by her fucking skeleton minotaur, and she was like, not
It's like,
and then
Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
and before
It
that,
just-
she got hit with like a freak ton of necrotic damage.
Took a vow of silence right before she got hit.
Yeah.
he's gonna gore me. I ain't saying shit.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean,
That didn't hurt. That didn't hurt.
I would have allowed you, a quick scream of pain or help me, or it's just more like, oh.
Cut off the lights. Cut off the lights.
Who knew goring was kind of good?
5'10".
When you said gore attack, did you mean penetration attack?
Lexi's just like, I'm ignoring this conversation. 5'10", I gotta move here.
I know. I'm like trying to count because I want to get. I can fix this still. Yeah. I'm gonna move 5'10". Oh God, I can't count. 5, 10. Excuse me, Fang. Excuse me, Fang. Excuse me, Fang. Nish, just to be annoying, I'll step right in front of him. I'm going to cast. So
You got to see Nessa down with 2 big puncture wounds in her chest.
yeah, and necrotic damage, and just looking mostly dead. So because I'm a grave domain cleric, when I cast a healing spell on a creature with 0 hit points, they regain. I don't have to roll for them. They regain the max hit points possible.
Cool.
So I am going to so I don't have anything huge because I only had healing word. But I'm gonna cast healing word on Nessa at 3rd level.
Beautiful.
So that is 3d4 plus 4, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, that's all I can really do. Because I didn't pack that stupid spell. And that's a bonus action. So
That's-
what?
Oh, I said that's awesome. That's a bonus action.
Yeah. Healing weird.
I'm gonna open up the rest of the room also, since there was kind of peripheral view from Nessa and Higgs.
Yeah, I dipped in the room anyways too.
Yeah.
Moved back out.
Yeah.
And so then that's a bonus action. Now I can cast a cantrip now, right?
Yep.
Cool. I am going to toll the dead.
Nice.
I don't know reason. And I see the giant gore wounds in her, so I don't know that this guy hit her with all that other crap. So I'm gonna hit
Higgs, what did you do?
it's his fault. I'm gonna hit A with a tool that did DC 15 wisdom save.
Probably not that smart.
Well, skeletons.
No. A11.
And A has taken damage because Nessa hit him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, one of those was a 1. Jesus. 11.
Not bad though.
Necrotic damage.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then I'm just gonna be like, excuse me, Fang, and I'm gonna just slide back out the door.
And if skeletons could bleed, A is bleeding.
All right.
Fang. Mm-hmm. You can see him, but not fully. So he's gonna, I'd say, at least have quarter cover, half cover, or whatever you want to call it. Okay. Wisdom up 14. Okay. Ooh, 5.
Oh.
Mm, neither one of those, because they weren't spells. Yeah. And you did move out the door. Okay. Okay. Corvo is a raven or owl? Can't remember. Raven. Okay. I'll try and get you a token in a second, or see if I still have them somewhere.
It's
I think
mechanically an owl, though, right? Oh, you're actually using the stats of a raven? Okay, I didn't know if you're doing like the flyby with the owl things. That's normally what people do. All right.
Okay. So next up in the initiative are going to be 2 things that weren't there before, because
Oh
they
shit!
just appeared right now.
I'm getting my wish. I'm getting my
Yeah.
wish.
You are.
Oh, my-
Poltergeist.
So
Lightning.
these purpley things, Higgs, you're going to see this thing across the room there, the far end, and it's just going to just fly not dash, but uses flying speed all the way and kind of like
It's like it's a
try and-
hologram of Prince. I don't know.
Yeah. And it's gonna try and you don't see the other one, of course, because there's a wall over there. It's gonna try and reach out and touch you. As it's going to it's a melee attack, but it's going to try and drain some of Higgs's life.
Mhm.
Oh, no.
And he's gonna miss, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So he's going to use the rest of his movement to get right there. So you should get an opportunity on him.
And with Warcaster, I'm going to go ahead and boom and blade it up here.
Mhm.
And
It was kind of like a what do you call it? A hit and run attack. You come
I
flying
actually,
in.
it just hit me. I can't. I'm going to actually have to cast an actual spell because I don't have my sword out. I just because I threw the spear, so I didn't have my sword.
Oh,
So, but I still can cast a spell. So I'm going to be like,
just hit me and run away.
it's a single target spell. Yeah, so I have to. So I go, yeah. What are you going to fucking illusionary monster? I don't know. Fucking vicious mockery. I don't know. I couldn't.
Convicted mockery.
So wisdom of 15.
Your face is dumb.
Yeah. You
Your mother
stupid,
smells of elderberries.
you stupid,
Not even
stupid,
real. Get the fuck out of here.
stupid purple circle. You. I'm sorry. Which one did you say? Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom. All right. Where you're at, buddy? Okay. Wisdom. Crappy wisdom. Crappy roll. 9.
Okay, I was just making sure I could actually do that. 'Cause
Okay.
it says I can make an attack, which is well. I don't think I can actually do that because
What
I
would-
think I have to make an attack. It's not a saving thing. So it gets its. It never. No, never mind. It makes its. It can
Can you
take. its
just do
move.
a? Can you just do an unarmed strike? Like just try and slap him.
Well, the
as
thing
he's-
is, my unarmed strikes do 0 damage. So I can't.
what?
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
Strength.
strength +1, and
Would,
I have a -1.
would I get an opportunity attack as well? I don't know how close it
Yeah,
was.
I mean you should.
If you were alive.
Well, No,
I'm
because
alive.
you're
She's
Alive.
alive.
yeah, but isn't
Oh
she
yeah, that's right. You got your hit points back. My bad.
Yeah.
You got to
don't know.
take
For now. She's
for-
alive for now.
Well, I think when
there
you're
you
brought
go.
back, are you prone?
You
Yeah,
are
but she
prone.
can,
You can kick them.
When
yeah,
you get
you can
healed,
attack from prone.
no, I don't think.
You can attack
Can
from prone.
you?
Yes, you can attack from prone. Because
Oh,
why wouldn't you
maybe-
just knock
maybe-
everybody over so they can't attack you back?
It could be like a break dance fighting where you can do like a spinning kick.
Yeah, she's a
It would
fucking
be
monk.
acrobatic.
You want to see monk shit? We're gonna see some monk shit.
Go for it.
18.
Ooh, yes.
Oh, 4 damage. That sounds about right since she's laying down.
What
It's
type?
more like one of those temper tantrum kicks. Like, get off me, get off me.
They're bludgeoning. Bludgeoning.
It is bludgeoning, yes.
Is it? Do you have anything that makes your
She's a little-
punching magical?
He is-
Key empowered strike. It's called.
Yeah.
It's what? Is it
No.
non-magical?
It is non-magical. No.
No,
Okay.
it is. It is magical.
Oh, it is.
Oh, was it 6? Look at your
It's-
features. Does it say key empowered strikes anywhere?
It's
on
like a
features?
mid of the first end of stuff. It comes like a little bit like after second attack would come out, I think.
Would it be under features and traits that I
Uh-huh.
look?
Mhm,
So-
yeah.
real quick, guys? I just looked it up. You can attack while prone, but really sorry, honey.
Disadvantage.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was thinking that too, actually. And I don't know why I didn't say anything. Okay, hold on. Let me just attack with disadvantage first then. So this is gonna be
Okay.
my attack. Oh man, I missed 8. Yeah,
Sorry, honey.
that's okay. No, that's okay. But I still want to figure out if I am magical anyway.
King Power Strikes come on to level 6. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was
No, they're not magical yet. Next level, they become magical.
okay.
Okay,
So
cool.
if it all right. So if it would have hit, then it would have been 2 damage. But since
Okay.
the roll was at disadvantage,
Mhm.
so okay. And sorry about I thought you were down because it still said down on your token. I totally
Oh,
forgot
it does.
you got healed.
That was colloquial, like she's down. Yeah, she's down.
Yeah, that's a she was yeah
That's,
down,
Down but not out.
down,
it's an
down,
idiom. Yeah, she's
down
down.
in down
She's
in the
cool.
basement.
She's kosher.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
hello. All right. So B wants his turn, right?
Sure.
So Corvo's in there too now. Okay. Nice, nice. So 1, 2, 3. Nessa.
Yeah.
You are going to be the target of B
Mhm, mhm.
as it comes in, and is hold on 1 second. And is going to try to do the same thing to you with a life drain.
Okay.
It is an attack to hit. Let's see if that hits you.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
no, God. You leave my friend alone, and I cast Silvery Barb.
Okay.
Alright.
And I was just reading
I
that
think I
today.
don't have my reaction still, huh?
Yeah. And I was just reading something about that today when I was at work, right here at work. Oh, that was
Mm.
fun. But it, Silvery Barb is just like a split-second time warp, right? Where you just go back like it didn't happen and roll it again, basically.
It's before the attack. I mean, it's like.
I mean, you know, I'm just
If you
like,
wanted to reason it, that would
Right.
probably be the most.
It would be kind of like a freeze.
Physical.
It'd be like a freeze frame, cha-ching, and then you're like,
yeah,
stop it right at the point of impact, and then it's like
like
re-roll that.
you
Or
find a way to change time and you got to make the roll again. So I was just trying to
I
rationalize.
mean, because what's a
what it
luck
meant.
point? You know what I mean? What's
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
All
point
right.
you use before the roll, but
Yep. All right. Silvery Barberin. Here we go.
yeah. So re-roll that.
Oh, 22.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
All right.
I'm keeping the advantage too.
All right.
Still get the advantage when she attacks the egg because
Okay.
There you go.
9 necrotic.
Or she might not get any attacks at all.
Jeepers.
I guess.
DC 10 con save.
Oh, jeez.
Jeepers.
Oh, thank God. Natural 20.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So that's it for that one. It is going to go back and let's see. So it had 5, 10, 15, 20. So it is going to try to get away. Higgs, you're not going to be able to get close enough to it.
I use my reaction for silvery barbs.
Okay. So Nessa and Corvo can have some type of opportunity attack because this thing. No.
Mhm.
Okay, I was trying to be.
Yeah, this thing gets a clean getaway. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. All right.
I'm actually
So
I'm excited about this fight because it's pretty challenging, and I like that.
No, me too.
Oh.
I mean, I was giving y'all the opportunity, but thanks for being honest with
Like fighting from your back.
yeah. So I'll use my laser pointer because this is what he's going to do. He came from here, he went there, and now he's going to jut through and go through this door and disappear.
We're coming for you, you fuck.
And let me make sure. Yeah, I can't speak, so it's not gonna retort.
Like
that,
it tears on
Just
fire.
a hand comes through the door and that's it, and it goes back to the
Yeah,
door.
it's just like,
So, like,
Just the finger, yeah.
or it's just like,
that. I would just also like to point out that we haven't gotten through one round of combat yet because Ed still hasn't gone. And Nessa's almost died twice.
I know, it's insane. It's fucking
well, I
insane.
mean, they had
love it.
two extra that popped in, but I can't. I know I've done that in the past before where I said, well, and the next in the initiative is 2 people that may or may not be there.
See,
So it's like,
people see Higgs running around and they think like, oh, he just wild and just there's a method to his madness. See, Nessa got caught up in believing she could just run in there and like not pay the consequences of a reckless attack. You're not a barbarian now.
She is not. She is not.
no
But-
fear, man.
No fear.
She remembers that
Fear
her
nothing when you're dead.
her bludgeoning is very helpful because it gives that double.
Yep.
Yeah.
She wasn't good at these.
She's good at beating things off with her hands.
Well. All right. Last but not least, in round 1, Edward.
Listen, Ed's gonna use his bonus action to because he did the weapon bond thing.
I was hoping you were just gonna say, I'm just gonna dodge.
Yeah, just dodge.
gonna dodge.
Ed choose a dodge. No, Ed has the weapon bond thing from the last short rest with the quarterstaff that Ness Indra gave him. So he's gonna call in the quarterstaff because he knows bone does not like blunt. And then that's his bonus action. And then Ed has 5, 10, 15, 20. Ed's gonna run up here, and with Nessa's permission, can I just yank you out of the way real quick and take your place?
Sure.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna all right, Brett, was me moving Nessa an action or just us switching spots? That's up to you.
If it was a consensual, well,
It's up to you.
it's not consensual because it wasn't her turn. It's kind of
Okay.
Technically, it's like
You could say
it's like a half an action.
surge.
Well-
Action surge.
Well, how
It's
about you
fine.
could say it was one attack. It was like he used one of his attacks.
Oh, a shove attack would be
grapple.
one attack, but I only have one attack. So
Oh,
action
that's right.
surge.
You're
What were you
that
trying to
level
do next?
wizard, huh?
What
I
were
was
you
gonna
trying
attack.
to?
I was going to attack. Actually, you know what? No, I'm just gonna stand there and I'm gonna block the hallway because it's a narrow hallway and these are big chunguses. So me and Higgs will just stand there and get punched in the face while all the people in the back go pew 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 pew, and that's what Ed yells as he's running up there. That's what happens. Is Ed's like, stick! I got a stick now, motherfuckers! Runs up there, shoot the bitch, grabs Nessa, hey, and then I stand there with the shield next to Higgs.
All
I
right.
really have to fucking pee, so I'll be back.
Yeah, we're gonna take our break right now.
Perfect.
Oh, coffee time. Oh.
Oh, don't fall.
Mhm.
That means peeing and making coffee at the same time.
Yes, somebody's got to do that. Multitask, people. Multitask.
Shit. All right. Well, oh, actually, the first thing I'm gonna do is drink one of these potions. So
Oh, good.
That-
You have one.
yeah, that'll be a thing that I do. Excuse me. What is it? 1d4 plus, 2d4 plus 2. 2d4. 4, 2. So that is 6. Better than just a single 7.
Six is better than 7,
Mhm.
unless you're talking about
That
disease.
is well.
Alrighty. And that counts as an action, right?
Brett's been being ruled it because when I took my haste or my flying, it was only a bonus action. So.
Okay. So potions are both actions. Perfect.
Yeah, Yep, I have
That's
that listed in-
extrapolation.
I have that listed in the rules.
Okay. And she will kind of like, is she able to scooch in between Higgs and Ed, or is that too tight of a space?
As long as
You
don't
can
s-
move through it.
Yeah, you can move through. It depends on what you're trying to do once you get there.
I'm just gonna whack them, honestly. Like
Whack on them.
Mm-hmm.
Get
Whack them off.
whack them all.
No, whack on them.
That's your shit.
That
Go for
monk,
it.
monk shit, obviously.
The monks, the money monk shot.
Full circle.
Yeah, so I'm going to then hit with my quarterstaff, or at least try to. We'll see how that works out for me. 20 to hit, dirty 20 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
No.
9 damage, which is bludgeoning. A, please.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's see if I crit. I didn't.
Oh,
So we're gonna take the dirty 20 and keep it. That's good to know though.
Okay.
But then for my unarmed strike, I still have advantage, right? Even on the second one? Just the first.
I have a question when Marie's done.
Okay.
Alrighty. 13 hits, right?
Yep.
Cool. 9 damage, which is also blood, and that's going to be doubled.
You drop it.
Woohoo.
Noise.
Love that. Army.
Noise. Noise.
Um,
Noise.
she's going to squeeze back behind here, and that'll be her turn.
All right. I'm just gonna shrink them down a little bit and put a skull on it, kind of. And anything
Right.
else from Nessa, or is that it?
No, she's like that because you really hurt me before, and it was bad. And then she's gonna go behind Ed.
All right. Orville.
Okay, so Orville is gonna go ahead and take a step to the side. So you can get, I guess I can get a shot on B, right? That right?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's quite taller than the rest of the folks around.
As a wood elf, I'm not sure, but longbow. All right, 17 to hit.
Mhm.
11 damage, and I'm gonna fire again. 12 just hits, right?
Yes.
Additional 7 damage for a total of 18 damage.
Wow.
Okay. Got it.
And then after that, Aquafina is going to scamper up a little further, just a little, and she'll stop.
Okay.
And now I'm.
I get these scritches.
Don't do that. She's busy. She's working.
She's a service.
You don't. She has her back on.
You don't touch like bomb sniffing dogs when they're working, right?
Okay. Just make 1 second.
Mhm. That was a big throat clear, huh? What's going on?
No, he's gonna take his full movement there.
Oh,
Or
that's
most
scary,
of it.
guys.
Actually, 5, 10. He's gonna get about right there. And
Hmm.
he's gonna move a little bit to the side.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
And he's gonna stay there and just do a different type of gaze. Just
Oh
a
no.
death gaze. Looking
that
down the hall.
seems
And
worse.
he's just gonna stay gazing down the hall and almost just like he's looking through Higgs, looking through Ed, trying to get all the way back into that next room. And that's gonna be his turn. I or
He has
can
both things going at the same time.
well, it would have been active, so he would have let's see. I don't think it moves with them. So I'm just gonna it says the Bodak can activate or deactivate this feature as a bonus action. I don't know. Would it move with him if he doesn't deactivate?
Does it
Oof.
say aura? It says
Aura.
aura.
It is
right?
a or, yeah, it is. I guess
Oh.
by default, right?
It says it should say aura that emanates from
Three,
a
four.
wherever. If it's
It just says aura of annihilation. So yeah, I guess it is a aura, it moves with him. So that is a fair assessment. So I will put a different line and remove the other one in just a second, which kind of takes it about right there, right behind horrible. And I'll remove the 30. These are 5. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that is correct. All right, let me take off the red one. Okay. Higgs.
all right. Well, Higgs will go 5.
Oh, make a
10,
DC 13 con save.
From the gaze.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Con save.
Yes.
Not
Nice.
What a
Nice.
waste. God damn it. I mean, maybe not a waste, but
I was gonna say you.
what,
No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Go ahead.
Well, no, I'm saying it's good, I'm sure. But I would have been cool with a 19 too, I believe. But and use the 20 here. But anyway, he's gonna get to here. He's gonna transfer his hex to this thing. And this one is actually gonna be Dex. And take a booming blade attack here with advantage from my silvery barbs.
On which one?
Rider on the
On
springer. On this
Okay.
thing.
Fuck that thing.
Bad thing.
Yeah. It needs to go down.
Okay.
All right, so advantage.
Wow.
25 to hit.
Yes.
Add 1d6 fire damage to your hit.
Cool. All right, so I got a few things to do here. This one. Okay, so it takes 13 from the actual attack, and then it takes. This is going to be fire damage. 2 points of fire.
All this is magical, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Well, I use boom and oh yeah, it is my hex weapon. Yeah, but is a hex weapon or pact weapon? That's magic. It's a pact weapon that's magical. I think hex doesn't count as magical. but it's a
Mm.
boom and blade attack. So I think only the slashing is non-magical. Everything else is going to be magical.
So how much
So
was
the
the slashing?
13, yeah,
13,
13.
so
So
it's
7
6.
or 6 points, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Okay.
just showing question marks for that.
Okay,
on
so
my end.
6 points. Yeah, 6
Plus-
points of slashing, 2 of fire.
Mhm.
This is going to be necrotic. 4 points of necrotic.
Okay.
And then it's going to take this and thunder. Oh, and then I'm going to have one more thing for it too. 4 more in thunder.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to use bardic inspiration to use my defensive flourish, which this is going to be slashing, so it'll be halved. But
Okay.
And all these sensations at once.
5
Yeah.
more, so 2 more.
Little
And then-
this, little that.
2 more slashing, and then my AC goes to 25.
Damn.
Oh,
And that is
18
my
total.
turn.
Okay. That thing is bleeding.
Right.
All right.
I'm done.
And
Oh, you know what? I didn't take any damage, so I didn't have to make a concentration check. Nope, I'm good.
so since you're in his aura, you're gonna
Mhm.
take 5 necrotic for
Okay.
being within his aura.
So now I'm going to take it. Yeah. Okay. That's why I was kind of wondering if I was going to have to take that or not. All right. Okay. Cool. So I got to
Okay.
make a save here, but it's from damage, so I get advantage on my concentration check.
Okay.
All right. Cool. I'll look at that. Another 20 on the save. A 19 and a 20. Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Jesus.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, Hex.
You got-
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Stands up to all the scrutiny. Yeah.
You got some loaded dice, my friend. Some
Yeah,
loaded
that's my
dice.
Vecna dice. Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that. Hold on.
God, don't start that. I mean, my head.
Mm.
Hmm.
All right.
Even-
B is gonna face Higgs, of course,
Mhm.
and take a swing with his great axe.
Come get some bitch.
Terrible. 14.
Yeah.
Um,
Weak.
Doesn't even scratch the surface.
yeah.
He just looks and he's like,
He's gonna
Excuse me.
move. He's gonna move a little bit, try and squeeze up in there.
Okay.
Barely enough room, but that's where he's gonna stay. Kind of like looking both ways, like he's taken some pretty decent amount of damage, but
He just put himself in flanked position.
get him. No, did he?
Yeah. Uh,
no.
mm.
Well, and it's flanking both ways.
Yeah.
If he
Yeah,
lasts.
no, yeah. You're right.
Yeah. All right. So Andrew, you're
I cast shield, I go to this AC 30 and shit.
Okay. Yeah.
you might as well be invisible, buddy.
Yeah, you have to make me make a save.
I am I'm just gonna take a little bit of movement, wiggle her way. Excuse me, Marble, excuse me, Fang, excuse me. And then as soon as she gets within 30 feet of this guy, I can see him through the skeleton of this giant thing.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Then I'm just gonna move my way in there, and then as soon as I'm like clear, then I'm gonna like try and look more cool. And I'm going to my eyes will go black. You'll see, the tendrils of like dark water and stuff kind of come off me. And I'm going to channel divinity, and I'm going to path to the grave the scared looking dude in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yeah, so he'll have this like black energy around him, and the next time me or an ally hits the cursed creature with an attack, he is vulnerable to all the attack damage
Okay.
for the next hit. So I'll just
Remember,
light him up.
yeah, light him up, and then remember that for all of us, or for me, when that
Yep.
happens.
I mean, the odds are fairly high that if Fang can hit him with something next. So, which is why I will after I do that, I will turn to Fang and kind of turn to Fang. My eyes still real dark and black, and I'll just be like, hit him with something big, hit him with something hard. His time's up.
Hello.
Just like something real creepy. Yeah,
as
that'll
as Vic is petting his cat.
Mhm.
He's like
Dr.
"Ew."
Evil, yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Does it have freaking lasers on?
Do you ever like hold like sometimes like if I hold my cat up and we do cat gun.
Pew 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 pew.
them?
We do that all the time. I don't know why.
All right.
Okay.
Anything else from Benjamin?
Yeah. That is an action. And I don't have any that was an action and is that technically a spell? Okay, so I can bonus action. I will cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes, I know.
It's still up. It's still up there on the stairs.
Perfect. I will drag it my way. And then I'm not with a pointer.
You need me to grab it? Or you got it?
I mostly have it. Yeah, and then I guess I could technically hit him with it and double the force damage, I guess, in theory.
Mhm.
Oh. No. Hang on. I didn't even think about that. What's going to be force damage, which no. I'll let Fang hit him. I'm going to put my wave on the other side of B, and I will, bam, hit him with it.
Okay.
There we go, dice.
Wow.
25 to hit him. Oh, thank
It's
you.
like the
Thank you.
biggest spiritual weapon roll I've ever seen, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, holy shit.
I did
What's
need it.
that?
And
Not
then
no, not yet. I'm gonna try to do that tonight.
there's that there, and of course it's gonna be a big damage, which would have been freaking great if I did. That's fine. 12 points of force damage on B.
12-1B. 12-1B. Okay. Takes it all. Still up. All right.
And yeah, that is it.
Mr. Fang.
Do I take that necrotic damage?
Yes, you do.
5 points.
Sorry about that. Yep, 5 necrotic. Negative on those materials. No, no. All right. Con 10 on Scary Dude. And the other one is a 3. Okay. No, no, he takes that. So, but he is still up. And how much does the Spectre take? 11. Okay. And that was Thunder also. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, you could see some like purple spectral blood coming off of A. If that makes sense, I don't know.
And
Not really, but
Less
Some s-
corporeal. He looks less corporeal right now
Yeah.
because he took damage. He's
Yeah.
fading.
Yeah. He slimed me. He slimed me.
Nobody fireballs.
Yeah. It kind of seems like a kill funnel anyway. Um all right. So A being gotcha. Um I'm not I don't think he would be worried about a Carbo at the moment. He's got bigger fish to fry. Um
stop.
yeah, there he is. Okay. All right. So A is up. He's gonna like do this. I'm gonna use my laser. First he's gonna like do a loop-de-loop. He's gonna pass through Higgs, just like go through them like Higgs is going to be treated like difficult terrain. You're just going to feel like uh in that movie Blade where all the spirits were going through frost, you know, like ooh, 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 ooh,
all right.
like that, pass through you. And as he gets back on the other side, just kind of like over his shoulder, you know, do a
Aw.
little tap, see if he can get some life out of you, as he's just went through you. $23.
Please. You see what that thing says.
Yeah. So he is going to try and do the you know, the whole the loop-de-loop. So his process was to do this and then head that way towards the door. I don't know how much movement he's going to have, but you will get an opportunity attack,
We'll
right?
definitely take it.
So
Boom and
so
blade.
5, 10 difficult terrain, which is 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So he's gonna be like halfway through the door if you don't take him out.
All right, so we're do this. Mm, 19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it takes this. That's terrible. 7 slashing. Does that take half of
Yeah,
that?
half of that. Yeah,
Okay, so 3 points of slashing, but more
unless
importantly,
it's magical.
but more importantly, this
I use my anti
8
spectral.
points. 8 points of thunder damage.
So.
Oh right,
three-
yeah. The hit and then the move, yeah. Forgot,
Okay.
almost forgot.
And what type of damage was that?
Thunder.
Thunder. All right. You're
Look at
able
that,
to,
another 7. So 15 points of thunder damage.
you are able to drop the specter.
Yeah.
So it tried to make that little loop de loop. Maybe you shouldn't have tried to go through you and
Yeah,
be
the
a
slashing
smart ass
wasn't
about it.
shit, but that thunder damage
Yeah.
took him apart.
So yeah, he kind of like got about right here, just dropped. I don't know if I'll let you describe how that looks. I don't know if they actually disappear or kind of poof out or drop.
I feel
to the
like
ground.
as all that thunder damage goes off, it just diffuses the light that it's almost like the molecules start to split, like the atoms
Yeah.
start to split,
and
Badass.
and an implosion,
like a
not
supernova.
necessarily. Yeah. Poof. I gotcha. All right. So I'm just gonna make him disappear. He just went away. The other one still is on the other side of the door. He's not back on this side, so it is Ed's turn.
Hooray! Ed is gonna whack with some magic. He's gonna boom some blades, and instead of booming a blade, he's gonna boom a stick.
Excuse me.
Mhm.
I
I
forgot.
need to make a save now.
Yeah. I forgot that whoever started, not Fang, but Ed, you need to make your save starting what is it?
Was that for the gaze?
Yeah, 30
Okay.
30 feet. Well, he's got two gazes going
Well,
on,
so
right?
ours one, and then on the second turn you use the gaze.
Yeah, so so um hold on one second. Yes, so start is the gaze. Ed's right in front of him, so you can see him. So DC 13 con save first.
24.
You're fine. Okay. And the only thing is the aura if you end it in your turn. So go ahead with what you were doing, sir.
All right, so boom some blades, but actual sticks, and I'm going to attack the big guy, which is gonna miss because that's a fucking 7 or 9. Get away. Get away. That's my turn. Oh wait, I'm flanking, right? Or no?
I'm
You could
okay.
have easily
yeah,
got to that.
yeah. Go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, he is in the realm of flanking anyway. If you want to stay back, so
Well, he's large too, right? So he takes
yeah,
up
he's
all four
large.
shots. Yeah, so-
Yeah, I
Really
mean,
no way not to.
I mean, he's actually in the middle because he just got moved a little bit, so can
right.
find Corvo. So yeah, so you did hit.
All right, so second one. Okay. So 1d6 plus 6. And then 1d8 for booming blade. And then are we it's doubling the dice, not the whole total damage for vulnerability, right? How are we doing it? All right, so it's 22 bludgeoning
22.
plus 1 booming blade damage.
Well, you took him out with the bludgeoning.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna fucking bonk him in the head, and when he dies, I'm gonna look at Andrew and be like,
My eyes are still dark and black.
All
that
right.
is Eddie Boy's turn.
All right. second.
Oh, then it takes that damage. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 5, right?
Yes, the 5 necrotic.
Yeah, that's just an automatic, right? That's not even a save, right?
Right.
Oh.
Ed throws up in his mouth a little bit after going like this.
So, all right. Nessa, you are up.
Running up.
Mhm.
Yeah, right here.
Might be able to get through this room before we close out the night.
Mhm.
That's been good.
Debunking. Cool.
Good thing.
Can I use my inspiration?
Yes, you may.
Hooray.
Come on, you got this. You got
Hooray.
I feel like I get inspiration and then I never use it.
Well, you got to do your. We got to do your gaze roll. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
So.
That's what enter or start. Is that what it is?
Yeah. So. Who would lose?
Oh,
Lexi.
Voodoo. Yeah. So, where were you at? So, were you in?
I was
Garden
right-
State? Yeah.
Next to Aquafina.
I
That's
can't even.
what-
Yeah.
Then I moved.
5, 10. 15, yeah. So, a DC 13 con save, and
Oh.
please make it.
Mm.
I'm too freaking nice, man. Jesus.
Probably 2, right? Is that what it is?
Automatic plus 14.
You rolled a natural 28.
So should I
Uh,
still
I
or-
it
No, you don't
I
have to
mean,
roll.
Yeah,
Oh.
because the DC is a 13.
my con save is +2.
Right. So it's a 16. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she passed.
No, you're fine.
That's-
Did Lexi?
Her
Max
computer
it-
turned off. She'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The cat's turned off her
Hey,
computer.
can somebody just text her and say, "Don't bother TPK"?
No.
Oh my god.
Just
Roll
to
up a
see
new
what she
character,
says.
Yeah. roll
No,
up a new
just-
character.
Oh, damn!
Oh,
It's too early.
You're too efficient, Lexi. You're too efficient.
Yeah, you came back too soon.
not so quick.
You came back too soon, Lexi.
Chris did send.
We're
a
going to
text
need you
message
to go
about
away
it.
for a
You did
couple
do it.
minutes.
Jeez.
Oh,
I
no,
just like to
sorry.
point what I'm best at.
we were trying to get somebody to hurry up and tell you, "Don't bother TPK" or something like that.
He did. He said one.
Oh yeah, it was too.
Literally send it.
Oh yeah, it's
He
okay.
just like streaked across the screen and he hit the power button way up in the corner.
Wow, pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah. just
They're
that little
evolving.
there.
I think it's pretty good as how fast your computer booted back up. and
I
loaded
know
up.
that was pretty.
Oh, I'm on my phone. My computer is not booted yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Okay,
look, it's
Nessa, continue on.
So that
Sorry.
so I passed it then, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. Just making sure. All right. So 17 to hit.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah. Appreciate
So you can pass those 12
Did,
saves.
did somebody put a target on the back of Nessa's shirt? She always gets. And I'm not doing it on purpose either. You just
No.
happen to be right in the way.
It's been a while. It's my turn. I get it. You're fine. 7 damage, bludgeoning. I don't know if it has any things that. Yeah.
Let me get back to it. Hold on here. Resistant, unless it's magical.
It's not magical.
Okay.
Resistant means halved.
Halved, yeah.
Okay, so 3.
Three.
Another
Okay.
on strike. 6 to 16 hit.
16 hits. Yep.
Cool. Have to 2 damage.
Still up.
Key point, the motherfucker. And I am going to attack again. My flurry of blows. Yikes. Does a 14 hit?
Just misses.
And then one more. 18.
That hits.
What?
I know. Again, 2 damage. But then I'm also going to choose to.
It drops.
Oh yeah.
Woohoo!
Noise.
It
Heck
had,
yeah.
It had 2 hit points.
Mhm.
Woo!
So how does that look with your last hit on this screamy dude? Screamy, scary dude.
Its mouth is open.
Hmm. It has been the whole time, just weirdly, just.
She's gonna punch it in its mouth and rip out its vocal cords.
Yeah.
Nice. Not sure if he's got a name, but it sounded cool.
Whatever it's got back there, I don't know. She's gonna rip it out.
Gotcha.
It's a kazoo.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, having its mouth open the whole time, I'm like, why couldn't it have been like a bard or something that had like a bag full of popcorn? I was just like throwing pieces of popcorn in his mouth the whole time, just to taunt him. I hope you choke on this, Colonel.
This is gonna get stuck in your teeth.
Yes. Oh wait, you don't. Never mind.
There's a carnival game where you shoot the water in their mouth and shit.
Yeah.
Blow up the balloon.
Okay. So everything is down in this room. Let me get back to where the description was of the room.
Well, we are pretty much. We're still in initiative, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because of those stupid ghost things.
Mhm.
Achievement.
And pretty much. Let me just read one more thing here. Yep, that's it. The only other thing is that you would have noticed, and I could have pointed it out before, but it's not on the map, but in front of the door right here, that the specter went through, there's going to be like 5 corpse-like figures that are almost like mannequin-like, and their faces have been painted like in gruesome colors. I'm not sure what that actually means, gruesome colors. Probably like black, red, blue, I don't know. But almost mannequin-like. So I'm sure, maybe if you were going through a haunted house and you seen like some voodoo looking shit in front of a door, kind of like to ward off intruders.
I mean, they're like standing next to it, or they're like piled up, or like I don't
Like shoulder to shoulder, almost like
like a
toy
wall,
like
a
toy
wall.
soldiers
Okay.
of
Alright.
yeah. But
A bead curtain,
corpses, yeah,
a corpse curtain.
yeah, a corpse curtain, yeah, yep, exactly. So that's the only thing in this room. Other than that, nada.
All right.
Other than one of those purple scepters went through it.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, we're still in
yeah,
initiative,
are
right?
we
So
still?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
At the moment, we'll put yourselves out of initiative.
this is the time I wanted to keep initiative going, but all right. Well, then if we're out of initiative, then
Unless you want to roll persuasion with the DM, let's see if you want to keep initiative going.
no. Higgs is just going to run over here and break through the bodies and the corpses and try to open the door.
Okay.
That's
So
not what I meant. Okay.
are you just like doing like one of these things and just like
Yeah.
get the hell out of my way?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I throw a healing word at Nessa before he gets that door in?
Sure. I mean, you can all actually move into the room and like I'm not sure if y'all even worried about looking through these bodies or corpses or doing that shit on the way out or whatever. I mean, you have an active specter that went through the door, so it's not like you, I don't know, out of game in in reality in this fantasy world. Would you actually stop and kill too much time when you got an active specter on the other side of the door? I don't know about easily, but those two big rusty battle axes. Let me just check one thing.
Murray, you got that 7 points of healing?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so
Yep,
much.
yep, yep.
She's
Also,
a very good healer.
You're
Because she always
still
makes sure you hear it.
You're still sub 50, right? Or sub 50%?
yes, I
Okay.
am. But
Yeah.
not
So
honestly.
Okay.
I should be fine. Also, Nessa's to take one of those weird mannequin things and just gently place it like in the corner, because she wants to save it for that guy so he can have a friend while he's tied up.
so
Sure.
There with him.
It's a
Your
mannequin.
friend.
This is your new friend. His name is Wilson.
Yeah.
I'll get the part. This is your old friend.
Yeah, don't go in that room. That's your old friend.
so as far as let's see, let's do this, Matt. If you're gonna check, well, first of all, the two skeletons, when they drop, their bones collapse and form like dust. And I would think with your knowledge and probably background too, and a few others in the group, that dust can be collected and used for necromancy. If that intrigues anybody. Okay. And also there's two of those, so if two you can either roll twice a d100 or two people can roll a 100 to see if they actually had a pouch containing anything. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna roll for you, bud. Big old 37.
Nice.
All right, so 11, you got 10 gold pieces worth of gems, Matt, and 37 same thing.
Wow.
I know, right? But they're gems. I mean, I don't, maybe they were like their playing marbles with their gems, on their free time. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I mean, on the way out type of thing, just to think about, you can harvest the dust and also the horns.
All right.
Ed will take some dust and some horns just because, everybody says, hey, if you ever kill a fucking skeleton, take some dust. Don't know why, but they always did.
Okay. So even though I say it, if you can harvest it, give me a Arcana check for the dust of let's see if you can roll a 5.
Brett, how about I do this? How about I do twice as good?
Yeah, so you're able to I don't know if you grab it all. There's about 3 pounds worth of dust.
Let's roll a percentile and see how much I get.
You have a brush and a dustpan in your inventory.
I got 21% of this
He's
dust.
like Scarface with bone dust. It's like, hey God. All right, there you go. There you go. Post them, post-its. First time. Hey, it's been a year. Might as well use the post-it notes, right? Well, and other campaigns too. All right, so anybody doing anything else before Higgs opens the door? We'll just go for maybe 15-20 minutes if y'all are okay. Okay. So
Yes.
nobody else doing anything?
No.
Okay. Marie was like holding the chip like, what did he say? Okay. So you open the door. He open it up for you real quick. Make it a little bit bigger here. So you gotta kind of see at least that. You gotta see at least that part. And as you're opening the door, the specter is gonna be going that way to the left. It's not coming back towards you. It sees you coming in. And it's going to be going away. You tell me what you want to do first. Tell me what you want to do or say to the group. Not do to the group, but what you want to do and what you're going to say. So that one looks completely healthy. It's the specter of health.
No.
It's the health specter. Oh no, I'm already in there.
I mean, really, what else could be down here?
Okay.
He's moving in for chase.
So, let's do this. I'm just gonna keep the same.
Initiative order.
Yeah. And we'll go with the top of the round. How about that? So, Higgs, do you because it's still he's part of that same encounter, unless y'all run into something else. So I believe that's fair. So what do you yell anything to the group there, Higgs?
No, I wasn't stopping for none of that interaction in that room. I was going straight through the door.
No, well, I meant like, do you say anything when you see that specter continuing forward and banking to the left?
No.
Okay.
I'll show you a bird.
As I ain't even say it. Nessa, you're up. You see Fang and Ed messing around with the Minotaur skeletons, and Higgs just went through the door going after the specter after you just knocked those gruesome mannequin-like figures out the doorway and just went through the door.
I mean,
We just can't take him anywhere.
Nessa doesn't. There's no sense of urgency right now, so she is literally just gonna like chill right here and scritch Aquafina. And every single time that Orville looks at her, she's gonna like stop. But then when he looks away, she's gonna continue doing.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that's it. That'll be her turn because she has no fucking idea what's going on. There's no sense of urgency. So.
Okay. Orville.
Orville was behind Higgs. Would he have seen that?
Mm.
Seeing him go through the door and the specter,
Yeah.
you might have caught a view of the specter, kind of like going to the left, to the north there.
Okay. I'm gonna run with my new running boots. And I am gonna slash at him with my rake.
All right.
Fuck you, ghoul.
Hmm.
Rude.
Does a 15 hit?
It does.
That'll be 10 damage. And I'm gonna swing again. Does a 12 hit?
That hits also.
Beating that dog shit. That's 8.
So it'll be halved unless you got magical.
It is not magical.
All right. So 4 on that first one.
Yep. And then I'm going to no, it was 10 and 8. So it would be 4 and
9 total.
5.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna say Aquafina Sick'em. And so she's gonna run up and she's gonna use a bite with her 40 feet of movement.
Okay.
Just grabs onto his arm and starts jerking around. That block up where to go.
Now I'm gonna open up the north and the south, just since y'all are in that area. If I can here.
+6 to hit.
That's not what I wanted to.
That's 16 for her bite hit. And
Oh shit.
Oh
doppelganger.
my! Survival win.
Sorry.
There's a D6 +3 to so that'd be 3 + 3, so 6. I believe it's piercing damage though, so it's back to 3 damage from Aquafina.
Okay.
And that ends her turn.
Alrighty. Higgs.
All right. So stand here, and he will transfer his hex, make it a dex, and then boom and blade.
Mhm.
Stop him before he gets to the ceramic studio, Higgs.
All right.
Go.
Oh, that would reach.
All right, so 25 to hit.
Okay.
So it takes this. Oh, there was same thing, right? So 3 points of slashing. 5 points of necrotic. And
It's immune
7
to
points.
necrotic.
Okay. And then 7 points of thunder.
Resistant to thunder, so 3. So that's
So 6
4.
points.
Yep. Which will leave him with a little bit.
All right. Oh,
Do you have anything else?
no, that's it.
I want to, hold on 1 second here.
I think so.
Oh, you hit
Mm,
1d6 fire damage.
okay.
And that is magic. It's dragon magic.
1 point.
Oh my god.
It's only because you said dragon magic.
Dragon magic.
Mhm.
It was too
Yeah,
cool a thing to say, and then it just went from there.
it's all right. It's all right. And yeah, it's still up. I want to do. What's your passive perception, Higgs?
17.
17. Okay. Okay. And what's yours, Warble?
My passive is 15.
Okay. All right. Okay. Indra, you're up. Nothing
bad
happens.
come of-
Nothing
Nothing
happens.
bad could come of that.
Well,
Yeah, I'm just gonna. And 5, 10, 15.
I could have looked myself, but DM Bone.
20. If I get like, well, if I get like right here, can I see him?
Yeah.
The one they're hitting at? Maybe he's got a little bit more cover. All right, then yeah, I'm just gonna throw a sacred flame at him.
Okay.
Oh no, he's air. He's an air. Sorry, and he's probably super dexy. I lied. Can I do a Nah, I said sacred flame. We'll do sacred flame.
You can do whatever you want. I mean,
Nah,
until
we'll
you
do a
pull the
sacred-
trigger.
We'll do a sacred flame. Nah. I always do Toll the Dead, so we'll do a sacred flame for fun.
Okay.
And Aquafina's right there, and she's all fiery, so it's fun.
So
Mhm.
dex save, you said?
Dex of 15.
How about a 4?
Okay,
Ooh.
good. It's good.
Mhm.
Uh, 9 points of radiant damage.
He is gone. Took
Yeah.
him out.
Mhm.
I'll just like wander over here like I'm gonna look at what Ed's doing and then be like, oh. And just shoot a sacred flame at him.
Mhm.
And then just keep looking at what Ed's doing.
Ed is covered in bone dust right now because he swept it all over the place.
Mhm.
It's everywhere.
It's all over his face.
Oh my God, Ed, why are
Another-
you so pale? What? No,
Mm.
nothing.
Yeah.
Another ghost, get him.
Okay. Now we are out of initiative.
All right. Well, I think the natural course of action would be to continue up here, see where that thing was going.
All right. Since you just did that, hold what you got.
One roll initiative.
Mhm.
Everyone dies.
No, not exactly. Uh, Higgs just fell into an illusionary open pit.
Oh.
Serves him right a little
Both
bit. though,
my
right?
legs.
I'm gonna put him back right there.
Okay.
And since you went through it, so it's a 6 by 6 foot wide, 10 foot deep, and you are going to take let me get a few dice here.
Oh no.
Mhm.
That sounds like more than a few. That was what you couldn't see. Okay, well.
You go as you fall 10 feet, you are going to land in some corrosive slime,
Mm.
and you are going to immediately take 15 points of acid damage.
All right.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna open it up since you fell in it. So Yeah, you are at the bottom of 10 foot. So if you remain in the pit on your turn, then you're going to take that damage again. You are able to, since we're out of initiative, you can either choose to get out by yourself with the athletics roll, or you can yell something out and I will allow somebody to help try and get you out at the same time.
Well, yeah, I
Unless-
think I would have yelled as I fell through a trap of broken acid. Yeah.
Horrible.
Throw down my rope.
I'm gonna throw down Aquafina.
Oh, why?
Well, like a rope.
Mm,
We're gonna like a,
Falls right past Higgs and into acid, dies.
Mm.
just dragging it.
Oh, hey, I can help you because I am resistant to acid, so I can.
Oh, cool.
If you really needed help.
Nobody has that. What's that face? What's the Eladrin thing? Is that Eladrin or the other one? That...
Oh yeah, it's I could do the face step. I'm gonna jump down there with you then.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I have to like be close to you to touch you and get you out. But if you wanna lower me, I can just go.
I
Well,
have
if it's 10 feet
step
deep
watch.
and I'm 5 foot, we're both 5 feet.
You could
so we
just-
touch
I mean-
each other. I mean, we could,
Yeah, you can either
Good
drop a
reach.
hand, and it can just be your athletics to pull yourself out with advantage if somebody drops a hand to help you out.
well, the thing we're trying to figure out is if Nessa can teleport me out of there,
Ah,
then I don't
Would
have
ra-
to make a roll.
Yeah, why not?
And what do you?
Mhm.
Well, how does
So-
it work?
Yeah, what do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could also. I'm pretty acrobatic.
How much do you
so,
weigh?
Let me see. I think she's tiny. She's 5'3",
110
110.
pounds. That's nothing. I mean, like I said, me and Aquafina can lower you down.
Yeah, let's try it. Why not? Fuck it. Make it fun.
Make it fun.
Make
Okay. So,
lower.
Okay. So what are we doing exactly?
Aquafina and Orville are going to lower me head first into the pit and hold on to my ankles while
Mhm.
while me and Higgs gingerly touch tips. And then I teleport him out of the pit and then they'll pull me back up.
Okay. And what are you using to teleport?
It's called phase step. As a bonus action, you can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. You can use this to rest.
What
It's
space
for-
can you see inside the pit?
I could probably still see
The
the
ledge.
ledge, yeah.
Up to the ceiling. You just
Oh my god, I'll just
I have to hold on to a stalagmite. Yeah. Hmm.
So right before you go in there, you will notice that there's a door there also to your west there, Nessa. All right, so you go down, you do that, you teleport out. So not necessarily a roll per se, except let's just do since both of y'all are I don't know, it's got to be some sort of dex check and not roll a 1, right?
I'm cool with that.
All right.
So go ahead, Nessa, and roll your dex check to accomplish this, and just don't
You want-
touch.
Do you want dex or acrobatics? Or athletics?
Give me your athletics, because it would be for, well, for him to pull himself out, it would have been athletics. but you're just trying to hold on and teleport. So you're not really pulling him per se, right?
She's just touching me. That's all
It's
we're
just
doing.
a
Just touching
fan.
me.
Yeah, it's just a touch. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Just be like, just
Uh,
wait up the ledge, and I'll pull myself up.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. You're good. It just sounded cool anyway. All right.
They're
So
both just face stepping.
yeah, so you're out right there. And what is your passive perception, Higgs? Is a 17, right?
Yep.
All right. So right to your left in front of that door, you are going to notice that there is a tripwire.
All right. Right where?
So now that you know that there is a tripwire somewhere in front of this door, give me your actual perception.
Oh my God.
Okay, you verify that you see a tripwire,
Mhm. All
and
right.
it isn't. It's like ankle high.
Right.
I don't know how, maybe as thin as a piano wire or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So
just
you
like
are
what-
able to relay that there is a tripwire.
Right.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, watch out for the hole.
Mhm. There's no residual effects from that. By the way, I hate to ask, but
From the acid?
corrosive acid. Yeah.
No, only if you would have stayed in there after your turn.
Okay. All right.
As Fang walks away, I'll be like, good luck. Guidance.
For notice.
Yes, you may. Do you have these tools? Okay. It will be I'm not gonna say what it is. Just go ahead and give me your dex check with your thieves tools, please. Or dex checks. I mean, either potato, isn't it just your dex check and then you add your proficiency with the thieves tools, or is it a different roll for the just rolling your thieves tools, different modifier? No, I mean, if you're proficient and you can roll with your thieves tool, go with that. Damn. Okay.
You do still have guidance if you want to use it now, or wait for another check.
If you want to use your perception to see what it was actually tripping or was tripping. Okay. You disarmed it, but you can't know, you actually can't figure out what the hell it was may trigger.
Since I'm there, can I have maybe look traced out the wire?
Sure, go for it.
All right. Mhm. Oh, 2 this time. Nice.
It's disarm, but you don't know what the hell you
Oh,
disarmed it
Jesus
for. But
Christ.
God damn, it's a good trap.
Mhm.
You want me to come over and just yank the wire, see what happens?
Oh my
You
god.
just-
If I
Disarmed it,
yank it,
right?
if I
It's
stand
just-
behind the threshold where you yank it, what's the worst thing can happen? I'm not
Well,
crossing the
it's-
threshold.
Well, it's already disarmed, so chances are it's not gonna do anything.
I yank both wires.
Unless you want Fang to put it back and then you can
Rearm it.
yeah, rearm it. How about this? If you want to go in there, maybe do your perception or like a group perception hug with advantage and everybody look around. Or continue on.
Just continue.
Oh, all
Is
right.
that a closet there?
Sure.
Hmm.
He's dissolving them into a goo.
If you'd like to. Otis, I'm sorry, Orville, if you did go in there and look around, I'm assuming you just did.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got to notice like a big overhead block above the door. It kind of blended in really well with the above features of the
Was
The
an
ceiling.
or piano over there.
They popcorn
Uh,
sealing the block.
That
Yeah.
doesn't look structurally sound.
yeah. But it is disarmed, so unless somebody hits it by mistake, it shouldn't fall.
Okay.
So there is a door. Do y'all want to do anything with the door, or y'all want to stop it here for tonight?
Stop it.
Um,
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Do it now.
I
Noticing
mean, I
them.
was gonna when we got clear that out, I was gonna do detect magic too, but not now.
That's fine.
I wasn't gonna do.
I haven't done
Wait,
it by
was-
two.
If that pit wasn't full. I've been trying to like.
Well, you don't have to know. It just won't do anything if you try.
Like I've been trying to run. I was trying to kick that door open, and if
You
that
should have
pit-
tried to kick a ghost. You should have tried to kick a ghost.
I should have tried to kick the ghost.
Sure.
Always try to kick the ghost. That's lesson number one in adventuring.
Mm-hmm.
Lesson number one: you see a ghost, kick it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not allowed to haunt the house anymore.
Okay. All right. So are we identifying?
I have
Well-
to put it back on my spell list
All
because it's not on my
gas, no
spell list
break.
right now.
I also have to make a concentration check since I
we
hit that acid.
Press though for Nessa's health, which is awful.
I wouldn't be opposed.
Maybe just get that out of the way. This so we don't.
I mean,
Mhm.
I'm not terrible. Like I'm a little under half. It's
That's
not
pretty
bad.
terrible.
Eh,
If you were missing one out of two hands, that'd be a bad.
yeah, I know. But
So stop it right here.
yeah.
Sounds good. Hey, y'all did great teamwork tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Got moving up on the creature chain a little bit,
Yeah, that was good.
Mhm.
making it a little bit more challenging anyway. Y'all just been breezing through everything. I'm gonna have to start throwing some beholders and shit. So anyway, yeah, thanks for joining tonight.
Thank you.
And again, Friday I won't be available because I just gotta hang out with the wife, make sure she's okay during, it's just a small outpatient procedure, but she can't drive, and then I'm gonna have to watch her when we get home and